So, over the years, over the months, even over the last couple of weeks, we talked about how the Warriors can stay on top, get back on top, or get better during this run. And we've heard some names. Karl Anthony Towns. We've heard LeBron, Chris Paul. And they're all to some degree, Evan, of reality. But there's a player available, and it's official now. There's a player available that is more realistic, I believe, than all three of those guys, if the Warriors are interested. And his name is Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is the shooting guard for the Washington Wizards, and he's good. He's a real good player. And the Washington Wizards have a new front office and a new general manager and a new president and a new director of scouting and player personnel. And they've given Bradley Beal's agent the right to look for a trade. The Washington Wizards, it looks like, are trying to come off Bradley Beal. Well, Warriors, should they get in? Should they get in on it? This is Jay Williams. Jay Williams, ESPN. Take a listen to what he said. Not just me and Evan.
Jay, you got a landing spot for Bradley Beal that no one else is talking about right now.
I got the best landing spot. It's the best landing spot in the league.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready?
Go ahead.
The Golden State Warriors. It makes all the sense in the world. If you're not sure that that Klay, you want to pay him the supermax moving forward after the last year of his deal, is there a way to make a move for a Bradley Beal with Steph, with Andrew Wiggins, potentially with a guy like Dre? And
Wiggins picks up the slack defensively because you are losing something defensively in the backcourt.
Yes, you are. But, I mean, with Klay?
And so you're losing some length in defense, but Klay is not what he was
really
before the injury.
At that level like he used to.
Yeah, it's true.
When you say that, though, Jay, you make it sound like Klay didn't have a solid season.
No. Klay's had a solid season. I'm thinking about extending the championship runway for Steph.
That's a dynamic backcourt.
And Bradley in that system,
they can.
In that system with how they utilize pick and roll, with how they utilize Steph, with the movement, it fits flawlessly.
Wow.
Flawlessly.
Bradley Beal. Perennial all-star. Heck of a player. Now, here's the thing. How do you go get Bradley Beal if you're the Golden State Warriors? First of all, 888-957-9570. You want Bradley Beal. Do you want him? Because if you want him, then we got to figure out how to get him. And the 707's already poo-pooing the idea, saying Bradley Beal will be too expensive.
Well. Will he?
Bradley Beal makes $46 million next year. Washington's trying to tear it down.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking to the boss today, and he was talking about how tough it is at times to move off somebody that you know, that you've worked with for a long time, and sometimes you just can't make a move, even though it might be completely beneficial.
Or logical.
Klay Thompson makes $42 million.
43.
Yeah, even better. So those two salaries match up. The Wizards owe Bradley Beal more than $200 million more dollars. All right? He's got 4 years left at over $200 million more dollars. You trade Bradley Beal for Klay Thompson, all of a sudden the Wizards have flexibility at the end of next season like they never dreamed they'd have. And they've got a new front office in there.
And that front office has made it known that they want to tear this down. They currently have 3 players worth something on their roster right now. Bradley Beal is one of them. He's under contract. The 2 other players, Kristaps Porzingis and Kyle Kuzma, have player options. They may or may not opt in. They're looking to get paid. If you're the Wizards and you're trying to shed salary, a guy like Klay Thompson aligns with that goal because he's in the final year of his 5-year deal. Now, if you're the Warriors, the question you want to ask yourself is, does Bradley Beal in the place of Klay Thompson make us better?
Yes.
And if the answer is yes, then I'm curious why Warriors fans would not be opposed, because the answer is what you just mentioned, Steiny, the sentimentality. Do you have the guts to make that move knowing that in all likelihood you become closer to an NBA championship contender next season with Bradley Beal on your roster? That might not include Klay Thompson.
Yeah, and there's another way to do this, but it's a little bit tricky, and it would be, okay, can you get Bradley Beal for somebody other than Klay? Okay, who? Well, Jordan Poole would start the bidding at $27 million, so you still need more. If you're a Warrior fan, would you give up Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, and Gary Payton II for Bradley Beal? Well, then if you do that, you still have Klay Thompson, but you have Bradley Beal, so you have 3 guards. Can you play that 3-guard lineup enough? But boy, do you have some firepower with Steph, Beal, and Thompson. I think you got to, listen, Joe Lacob said we will win, and the only way you're that bold about we will win is if you think that you're going to be able to make a big move if you need. And the Warriors, I see a hell no, Steiny, from Golden State Lakota. I see.
And I do want to know,
yes,
at 888-957-9570, is that because of the connection with Klay Thompson, or because you just, from a basketball standpoint, legitimately don't believe Bradley Beal makes you a better team? Because if it's from a sentimentality standpoint, then we know a guy that's okay with cutting ties, and Joe Lacob is one of them.
Right.
So to me, that's not what they're taking into account. If Bradley Beal gets them closer to a championship, if it involves Klay Thompson, of course, you mentioned the other option, Jordan Poole, probably Jonathan Kuminga, some sort of filler to find a difference between that salary gap. But all of that is on the table. And like you mentioned off the top of the show, this is the most realistic trade scenario that the Warriors have been rumored to be involved in.
That's right.